When you walk among monuments thousands of years old, completely unaware of the silent screams etched into their very being, uncovering some of the unseen scars left by human hands on some of our most sacred historical landscapes in the Peak District. In this video, I'll be unveiling some of the wounds left by commercial greed, vandalism and neglect, and urging you to see these magnificent monuments not just as tourist attractions, but as fragile witness to our past that desperately need respect and protection. These massive scars in the land, left not by nature, but by centuries of human disrespect and greed. What if I told you that these ancient sites, vital pieces of our prehistoric past, are still suffering from vandalism that some started long ago and continues today? I'll attempt to show the shocking truth behind Stanton Moor's scarred landscape and the incredible efforts people have gone to help preserve its archaeology of this important area recognised as an SSSI. Now, Stanton Moor and the area I know pretty well, because I've been visiting it for years while camping and coming up at solstices, etc. Although I stopped coming up on the solstices because I started having rave music on and they were climbing trees, chopping firewood down and stuff. It got silly, so I stopped going. But in the old days when we used to go up, when there was 50 people there, we used to clean up afterwards, fill up the bags, leave them at the gate, and the council used to move them. Now they have to put a massive skip there because everybody leaves everything. It's like I say, it's ridiculous. Now listen to this. The Peak District was designated as the UK's first national park in April 1951, and its aim was to protect the protection of natural landscapes from urban expansion. Then in 1952 the government granted more mineral permissions to allow quarrying at various sites around the Stanton Moor, and planning permissions were granted for, was it Stancliffe Stone, to quarry close to the ancient monument. Now the moor does have a long history of gritstone quarrying going back to the 1850s, but this was a lot bigger and a lot more commercial. The quarries at Encliffe and Lees Cross have not been worked now for many years and have sort of blended back into the surroundings, back to nature. With remnants left like abandoned buildings, crane platforms, spoil heaps, still visible today in places. Now, the 4,000 plus year old 9-legged stone circle and numerous other Bronze Age burial mounds have suffered severe damage, and some have been destroyed and lost forever. Now, they've also suffered a bit of damage from visitor pressure, such as campfires, digging, litter, even alleged stone souvenir chipping, which yeah about at Stonehenge, but I've never known anyone do it. But the quarrying leaves deeper scars. Now apparently there is no current quarry plan for Stanton Moor itself, but rather a plan to end the 1952 planning permissions for Stancliffe Stone to quarry at Leescroft and Encliffe quarries in exchange for an extension of Dale View quarry away from the moor's ancient monuments. Now this agreement is aimed to solve the Stanton Moor quarry dispute, which had ongoing opposition due to its proximity to the moor's prehistoric sites since 1999, which I'll detail in a minute. It was on Monday 27th of April 2009 when one of Europe's longest running protest camps was voluntarily cleared after being set up almost 10 years previous. These campaigners, who were also backed by many locals and tolerated by the national park, filled in their tunnels and removed their more than 30 tree houses and mobile homes. Now this camp was set up to try to stop the two quarries being further developed in 1999 at this ancient site, and various members of the local community supported the protesters and bought them food and stuff. I think at its peak, the Stanton Moor protest camp had around 80 people living there. Now, sadly, it had a history of serious accidents. About one person fell over a cliff, another died in a fire, and a third fell into a river. I didn't think there was a river up there. And I remember reading the comments of a local councillor. Said he was pleased that they'd packed up the camp and restored the site. They said they would leave it in a satisfactory state once everything was sorted, and they did. They kept the word. In late 2008, permission to quarry near the circle was revoked. And as you can see from some of the images, the quarries have now largely reverted back to nature, with the birch trees taking over. Now, it's said that the pagan community in the region seem to have claimed the conflict as their own, and won. Now, paganism is a loose term that lumps together many religions and belief systems, and it's often used in a derogatory way. Yeah, it came to mean a civilian who was not a soldier of Christ, and from the Christian point of view, a worshipper of false gods. But paganism was based on traditions, rituals and beliefs that existed long before Christianity and the concept of hell and Satan. So people shouldn't go thinking of human sacrifice and devil worship. A pagan, in my view, is someone who practices a religion that is based on reverence for nature and their beliefs in the divine in nature. Now, going back to Stancliffe Stone. In 2015, they were ready to try again. But a pressure group, Stanton Against the Destruction of the Environment, put up a plea for people to raise objection to a series of planning applications regarding the Daleview Quarry to the north of Stanton Moor, and they managed to stop it again. I wouldn't put it past them to try again, even this far in the future, 10 years on, because there's a lot of money to be made, isn't there? Now this is Doll Tor Stone Circle. It's a little bit off the moor, just down the hill at the back of Birchover. And it's a gorgeous little circle hidden in the woods. It's probably my favourite place ever. And this is a snippet of what I recorded in 2020 when idiots had damaged the circle quite severely. And I went back recently to check it out. There's a fucking fire pit in the middle, and that one just seems to be leaning a bit. There's a concrete bit in there, bit on the top. That where it's coming loose. See where it's been rendered in. This was done years ago. Yeah. Could be deterioration, but it could be idiots making it worse. They've dug the cyst up, the cairn. See where all these have been moved. Rather than around the fire, you can see where they've been burnt. Well, it could have been worse. Yeah, last time we came they were repairing it, weren't they? Because some twat said had a fire on one of the stones or something. Here's the cairn. There's the 6 stones. This was repaired years ago, wasn't it? Someone bust it and they'd have to do it again. That one was in the right mess last time we came, wasn't it? This one. Oh look. That one's been snapped in half. I've seen kids, youngsters, camping in the middle of it and stuff like that and having fires. But people leaving offerings and stuff, respectful. But a lot of it's the younger generation. They ain't got a fucking clue.